It's the Recruiting Roundup, powered by Rock and Refuel Varsity. That's Scout.com's Jason Jewell. I'm Jared Cohen. Jason, off the top, let's talk about a JUCO player here locally who has bounced around a little bit since we saw him over at Brophy, but it looks like he's found his home for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, Brophy quarterback Tyler Bregman, highly rated guy coming out of Brophy High School, 4-star prospect, signed with Washington State, ended up transferring to Louisville, then switching schools again, ends up at Scottsdale Community College. Recently, I talked to the OC at Scottsdale that Tyler has signed his letter of intent with Montana State, going to go play in the Big Sky.
Now, speaking of Montana State, they offered 2 offensive linemen here locally in the last week.
Yeah, 2 guys I really love, both from Peoria Centennial High School, coming off the state championship run. You know, Tanner Hawthorne was offered, and Stephen Bailey. Speaking of Bailey, he has a visit to NAU coming up pretty soon, and then Hawthorne, he also is going to visit Hawaii, who also offered him last week.
Yeah, and you mentioned that Hawaii offer. It wasn't just Hawthorne at the offensive line position in the last week.
Yeah, the Rainbow Warriors come in. They offer 2 other guys. They offer Austin Dixon, who we know, we're a big fan of here at the Recruiting Roundup. They offered him, and they offered Chandler offensive lineman Dustin Woodard. Dixon also was offered by Boise State, so he's going to go visit Hawaii and Boise State over the next 2 weekends. And then Woodard added an Army offer as well.
NAU getting themselves in the mix with one of Horizon's top performers from last season.
Yeah, they offered offensive tackle Luke Rudolph, a guy that I really like. I'm a big fan of. One, he's a very good student. He's over a 4.0 GPA, so very sharp, and he's a good football player. You watch his tape, he's nasty. NAU offered him. I think it's a smart offer.
A couple 2016 players getting their first offers. Better late than never with signing day around the corner. Let's start off with Josh Egbo over at Highland, a guy I saw twice this season and was a huge fan of.
Yeah, sleeper prospect. First offer for him. He's a guy that's very versatile. He can play running back. Montana's actually recruited him as a safety. He's 6'2", 190 pounds, and another guy that's a 4.0 student.
Total workhorse this season for the Hawks. Now let's talk about a big offensive lineman getting his first offer from over at Dobson High School.
Yeah, Sean Masters. He's a center at Dobson. Dobson didn't get a whole lot of hype this year, but Masters is one of those nitty-gritty, just bring your lunch pail to work kind of guy. He was offered by Mississippi Valley State, an FCS program.
Now, Jason, now to get into one of the top of the 2016 class, Connor Murphy, he narrowed it down to 3 that you reported a few weeks back, but then Alabama offers him on Christmas Eve, and now it looks like ASU has worked their way back into the mix.
Yeah, now Connor's already visited Oregon, and there's 3 official visit weekends left. He's going to go see USC, Michigan, and Alabama, but then on the night of the national championship, he tweets that Arizona State made his top 5, so he doesn't have time to take an official visit to ASU, but because he's local, he could go unofficially during midweek or something like that.
And his older sister was a standout basketball player for Arizona State, so there's a connection there. That's it for the Recruiting Roundup, powered by Rock and Refuel Varsity. Again, that's Jason Jewell. I'm Jared Cohen on Sports360AZ.com.